What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eric J. Coons, if you don't already know, and in today's video, I've got a very special product to review. Now, I've reviewed a variety of desktop robots, big and small, but none quite as small as today's robot, the Ortomi. And guess what? Not only did I get Ortomi, I also got Ortomi a friend, or maybe a lover? Let's find out. I am super pumped to meet my new little desktop pet, so let's bring him into frame. Here is the Ortomi and Ortomi's friend, or I guess vice versa. This one's gonna be mine and this one's gonna be my wife's, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna open them both up right now. So as far as the packaging goes, it looks really cute. It's kind of got some of its little facial expressions on different sides of the box, and of course it says Ortomi on the top, and the packaging is pretty well made. It almost feels like the packaging that the iPhone comes in, so that's pretty good packaging. So upon opening the box, you've got, of course, the owner's guide, which is gonna walk us through everything you can do with Ortomi. We'll, of course, get to that in the playing section next. There is the Ortomi itself. Super cute, not turned on yet. It's got a little weight to it, but not much. This could be a pro or a con, but of course, I'll get to pros and cons at the end of the video. It's got 4 little feet on the bottom. Then on the back, you've got the switch to turn it on and off, and then you've also got the charging port, and then that little tiny small little hole is for you to reset it if you have like a little safety pin or something. And then lastly, in this little package comes your little charging cord. And here's the one we got as Ortomi's companion. It is a pink one, so we kind of went with pastel colors when we got this, but of course, they come in a bunch of different colors. And I'll of course link the Ortomi below, even though I'm not getting any kind of kickback or anything. It's just if you want to go get your own, you can. It'll be down in the description below. But let's get into playing with these and seeing what these little cheap, inexpensive, small little robot desktop toys can actually do. Now, before I get into playing with these little guys, I wanted to let you guys know, right here you can see on both of them that the eyes have a line going through them, just like a camera on an old TV. I can't match the refresh rate of these robots to the frame rate of my GoPro, so that's gonna be a line going down this for the whole video, seemingly. But just so you know, the robots are not actually this glitchy. Let's talk about the basic moods that they can go through. So this long, elongated, kind of tall, vertical eye that they have right here, that basically means that they're fine.
Oh, yeah.
At random times, you're gonna get really cool animations like those sunglasses that just popped up, and there are a bunch of other ones. It even says in the guide there are a bunch of little special activities, as they put it, that this robot can kind of cycle through. Now, these are the 4 that it shows, but there are obviously a ton more that they don't show you that'll come up as you play with them more. But back to the emotions themselves, you've got fine, like I mentioned, and the next up is cheerful, which essentially, that's cheerful right there. Whenever the eyes look like that is gonna mean that your Ortomi is pretty cheerful. Now, obviously, fine and cheerful is good, but what about when they're scared? Basically, when they're scared, their eyes are gonna shake from side to side, but you can easily calm them by just picking them up like that, and then give them a little pet on the top. And then they get real happy, don't you? Oh my goodness, he gets so happy. Okay, that was a stupid voice. So anyways, next, we've got sad. They can also get really sad. Now basically when they're sad, they're gonna be looking down instead of kind of like bouncing around like that or just staying like tall vertical eyeballs. And instead, they're gonna be looking down and sighing instead of blinking. You can of course fix this pretty quickly by just picking it up and giving it a little pet. And of course your Ortomi loves that. The last mood that they have, which they're not going to express right now because obviously they're having a good time, is sleeping. Now, if you leave your Ortomi on your desk for a little bit, they're probably going to fall asleep, and then you're going to see them in sleep mode, and of course you can wake them up by just picking them up and shaking them. So after explaining basically everything that you can do with these little Ortomis, and they are very, very cute, the question becomes, are they right for you? And to answer that, I'm going to give you some pros and cons and let you decide in this next section. But let's head outside and give these Ortomis and myself some fresh air. Come on. Let's start with the pros. First up, we've got how compact this little guy is. You can carry it in your pocket, you can carry it in your backpack, your purse, wherever, and I think that is a super plus in comparison with a lot of the other desktop robots that I've done on this channel. Next pro is that the battery life on this little robot is incredibly impressive at 20 plus hours, which means that you can carry it with you all day long and you don't ever need to charge it. Number 3, I'll keep this short and sweet, it's super cute. The next pro is something that kind of has to do with me comparing it to other robots, which is the setup time, because literally you just turn it on and it's set up. It's just good to go right out of the box. And lastly, although this pro could also be a con, is that the case itself is actually pretty easily removable. You just pop the back out right here and voila, you've got the inside, which means that you could actually 3D print or just build your own outside contraption to go around them and make this robot look any way you want while keeping the same functionality of the eyes. So along those same lines, my first con is going to be the build quality. Like I said, it does come apart pretty easily, which is great as a pro if you want to customize this, although that will void the warranty, just so you know. But I think it's also a con because it kind of feels like really cheap plastic. It feels like it's 3D printed in like a medium setting. I mean, you can even see all the grooves. I don't know if you can on camera, but you can see all the grooves and you can see the imperfections. And at a price at almost $50, they're like $44.99 on the site right now. For that price, I feel like they probably could have done a better build. This has to cost them at most to build in full $10. So their overhead and their profit margin is probably insane on these little guys, but it's still a cool dude. But yeah, my big con, firstly, is that the build quality is kind of crappy. So my second con kind of intertwines with my first con in that I wish that it had a lot more features than it actually does. I mean, it's a very simple robot at $44.99, but at that price point, I feel like for the second con, the price point is just too high. I feel like it should be like half the price. I think this would be way better on the market for like $25 as opposed to almost $50. But again, people are buying them and they are selling out, so maybe they did their market research. I just feel like at that much of a price, it's just not worth much more than $25 to me. So having said both of my pros and cons for this robot, you can decide for yourself whether or not you like it. Basically, you're gonna like this if you want a very minimalist robot for your desktop and you don't expect it to be, you know, using like ChatGPT or anything. But this may not be your robot if you want something a little bit more intelligent and a little bit more talkative and something that you can converse with. In that case, I would recommend like maybe Emo or maybe iLick. But all right guys, that is going to wrap up my review on the Ortomi robot. If you guys want to pick up your very own Ortomi, I will leave a link down in the description below, as long as all the other robots that I've talked about in this video. If you guys have an Ortomi yourself, or you want to just talk about how cute he is, or whatever you want to talk about, leave those comments down in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please hit that subscribe button if I gave you any value. We just hit 6,000 subscribers, which is pretty exciting for my small little channel here. And I'm going to leave right up here my entire iLick review, which I feel like cost-wise is the next robot up from this that I've done on my channel, if you want to go and check that out. And again, a link to buy that robot as well is down in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video. My name is Eric J. Coons. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.